I've always heard that Minas Gerais is a special place, but only by traveling through the state could I really understand. Traveling through Minas Gerais is to experience unique sensations. The state is strategically located, and its capital, Belo Horizonte, is among the most important cities with regular domestic and international scheduled flights. Belo Horizonte is a dynamic, modern capital, but it preserves a certain atmosphere of the countryside, and it makes people feel right at home. The quality of life can be felt from the smiles on people's faces, and the hospitality is such that from a quick conversation, you can get any information. I got some great tips, and I was able to take some trips and do some incredible things, like seeing the performance of Grupo Corpo and Grupo Galpão, who are from Minas. I felt that the cultural life of the city is vibrant, and so is the fashion. I did some excellent shopping. Then I got to know many bars. Belo Horizonte is known as the national capital of bars. And there are a lot of restaurants, incredibly varied culinary styles. So many delicious dishes. There's definitely no lack of variety. Visiting Lake Pampulha and the architectural works of Nehemiah can't be missed. The museums are really worth a visit. Around Belo Horizonte, there are so many trips to take. I went to some historical cities, did some cultural activities, swam in a beautiful waterfall, and saw some gorgeous countryside. The place is perfect for those who love adventure. Throughout the year, there are radical sporting events, like the BH 360 degrees, pure adrenaline and emotion, and the competitions of hang gliding, downhill, rock climbing, trekking, and a whole bunch of other radical sports that leave you breathless. It's great. I just took a few bags on the trip, but I returned loaded with culture. Ouro Preto is an open-air history book, strolling around those little streets, entering the churches, visiting the museums is like entering another world. In Diamantina, listening to the musicians playing on the balconies of those old houses during the night serenade really touches your heart. In Congonhas, the Church of Bom Jesus de Matozinhos with Aleijadinhos prophets is beautiful. You instantly fall in love with the beauty of the view and the works of this incredible architect and sculpture. Visiting the historical part, I discovered that Minas has the largest collections of Baroque art and architecture in Brazil. In fact, the Baroque of Minas is unique in the world. There's no other like it. And since we're talking about art, they told me that I couldn't miss the Inhotim Center for Contemporary Art. I can tell you, I was amazed. They have beautiful works of art, and the landscaping is out of this world. Art and Minas are synonyms for me. You see art all the time, and the arts and crafts of Minas are sold all over the world and are remarkably original. All over the state, the whole year, there are music, film festivals, and the famous winter festivals. The Tudo é Jazz in Ouro Preto and the Tiradentes Film Festival, for example, are excellent shows. In Tiradentes, art moves to the table during the International Gastronomy Festival. The city simmers with the festival, and the pans too, mixing typical cooking of Minas with haute cuisine. The hospitality of Minas is like this everywhere. In any house you enter, you can try the authentic cheese bread and Minas cheese, not to mention the traditional sweets, the cachaça, that's always accompanied by a good story. I've always liked popular parties. Easter week in the historical cities of Minas is one of the most interesting parties that I've ever seen. It's an honor to participate in the processions. Independently of the faith, it's an experience not to be missed. I visit century-old farms in Minas. I drank milk right from the cow, took a horse-drawn buggy ride, rode horses in a landscape that only Minas offers. In fact, to relax, there's nothing better than the waters of Minas. I read somewhere that Minas is a whole bunch of waterfalls surrounded by mountains. There are big lakes with beautiful trips to be taken. In the thermal water springs, I took a mud bath, and a massage, and I drank mineral water, which is good for your health. The weather at the springs is so pleasant you don't ever want to leave. Talking about the weather, June and July are great months to travel in Minas. In the south of the state, I stayed at a chalet in the middle of the mountains, sitting in front of the fire, savoring a colonial coffee. Perfect ways of spending time at this season of the year. I did some incredible hikes in the natural parks of Minas. The landscape, it takes your breath away. I took a lot of walks through the valleys, up the mountains, crossing streams. I had no idea Minas scrublands were so beautiful. And in the Caraça park at night, sitting around a fire, I saw a guará wolf up close. It was incredible. And of course, I did all of the radical sports I could. It was worth it. Visiting the Royal Road was a thrilling marathon, because in all, there are over 1,400 kilometers of roads and paths, linking cities and villages, through which the Portuguese crown carried the riches from the interior to the coast. The Royal Road is a summary of what Minas is. It's possible to get to know some of its history, its people, its culture, all of this surrounded by lots of nature. Minas is a place to do business. Good business, you can be sure. Belo Horizonte has the infrastructure with complete facilities to receive large events, including international ones, with the advantage that it offers lots of attractions for the business tourist in his leisure time. Cities like Juiz de Fora, Uberaba, Uberlândia, and Araxá are also ready to welcome events with all of the hospitality of Minas. After traveling around so many places, I discovered that Minas is so special that you must see it to believe it. Am I coming back? You bet I am. As a Brazilian friend of mine said, you can expect me back.